Okay, we are live. Hello, good morning, good night, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another grinding Okay, we are podcast. live. Hello, good morning, good
Good
night, good
afternoon.
afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another grinding Okay, we are podcast. live. I'm just Hello, hearing good myself. One morning, second. good
Good
night, good
afternoon.
afternoon, everybody. Okay, technical problems, but now it should be all good. Anyways, hey guys, welcome back to another Grindcast. This is the name of the show now. We have very special guests here with me today. We have Rob, Chief Grind Officer, CGO. We have Gold, Silver, Copper.
Hello.
Hey man, Gold, Silver, Copper, legendary person
Ayo, ayo.
and Butter, my homie. Just that.
Hi everyone.
And I guess we're just gonna talk shit. I don't know. We're here to talk shit. So guys, do you wanna like shortly introduce yourselves or just talk about your grind shortly or something like that? Rob, maybe go first. Who are you?
Sure. I'm Rob. I run a tech startup in Germany most of my time, and then during the night I work on funny grinding projects, like a Python compiler right now. I guess that's the biggest one. And then me and a friend are working on a drone, so building that from scratch, making the operating system, that kind of stuff.
Nope. I guess I'll go. Gold, silver, copper. I was just partying for 3 days straight. I got 4 hours of sleep. I hate Zig. I love Rust, and I'm making a list right now. That's what I'm doing.
You're making what?
A Lisp.
Okay. That's cool. Butter.
Yeah, one brother here. TUI guy, just building TUIs. 8 more TUIs. Grinding on some new ones currently. Not released yet, but soon. Of course, TUIs with Rust and Ratatouille.
Absolutely. So how is the new year going for you guys? Did you set
Wonderful.
any grinding goals or did you achieve anything yet? I mean, gold, silver, copper. You've been partying for what? Like 3 days straight? What's going on, man? Is this your new grind or
Um,
something?
it's been 3 days straight, and then it's just been parties like multiple times a week. Since Christmas. So, if you look at my GitHub history, my Git commit's not looking very good right now. I got to get that up soon once January ends. But soon we're gonna start grinding for real.
Rob, what are you doing?
So I've been pretty locked in on coding again. So just over 1,000 commits this month so far. Also got into the vibe coding business. Kind of works sometimes depending on what you do, I guess. But for a front end, it's pretty nice. And then, of course, I started working out again because I have a challenge with another friend of getting big. So time for that as well, I guess.
Nice. I like the working out part. We could also do a similar challenge here as well in the server.
Oh, I'll post in gym rats once I'm big enough to, I don't know, flex on everyone. We'll see.
I'm just waiting for that, man. You know me.
Soon.
Gonna be great. Butter, what are you doing, man? How's how's everything?
Yeah, it's going okay. It's going okay. So yeah, for the grind, I have some goals for this 2026. It's taken longer than expected, but that's usually like a bad at it's as estimation anyway. So yeah, like two major TUIs um that need to be done. Uh, there's another one, but I don't think I will have time for it. But if someone can make it, that would be great. Just some we need a TUI for the VPNs. Um, if someone can grind that, would be great. A lot of people are asking for it. So yeah, and also one side project that I'm grinding as well. So I try not to put a lot of on my to do list because then I will never finish anything. So currently it has these three major grinds, two ways and one side project, and we'll see how it goes. And yeah, and not vibe coding it. That's it.
I like the idea of a VPN too. That sounds actually really cool.
Yeah, and if really someone can make it, and we only need to support WireGuard, for example. Um, and yeah, and also OpenVPN if that's possible. But like that's doing the major protocols. You don't need to support all the protocols. Um, I'm getting that because like people are the one who are using Impala, they are using Network Manager, but Network Manager is like is a bloatware. They're trying to do everything. I'm not really fan of what they're trying to achieve. So a lot of people are complaining, saying like, yeah, why cannot use Impala with Network Manager? I said, well, yeah, because we don't. Why do we need even need Network Manager in the first place? And they say, yeah, like, and then most of the time, this like I'm using Network Manager because it also manages my VPN. And I said, okay, well, it doesn't need to be. And then the alternatives, there is no two-way alternative actually to manage VPN. So a lot of people are just using Network Manager because that's kind of like the only solution. Um, and yeah, I think we can do better than Network Manager for sure. Yeah.
That sounds fire, actually.
Agreed. Rob, you said you're working on a drone from scratch. I got a friend that does
Yes.
stuff like that. He really wants me to get in on it, but I'm like too much of a software noob, or hardware noob, I guess. I'm like a software focus. Like, have you thought about using like drone OS or like what kind of OS are you writing for your drone?
So first off, you should get into it, but it'll also eat like all of your free time. So I guess wise choice of yours not to do it yet. I mean, basically, me and my friend, we kind of are both software guys mostly. Um, so I had like soldered in the past, but I don't know. It had been like a few years at that point, and we were like, okay, we need to do some hardware projects. We got to do some cool stuff, and then we decided to build something new. Um, yeah, for the OS, I mean, there's obviously like a bunch of existing stuff that is pretty good, arguably probably better than anything we might ever make. Um, but yeah, we wanted to build something from scratch, so we had to do it from scratch. Plus, it has to be Rust, so we started building like a tiny Rust operating system that like runs on bare metal, and now we're kind of at the stage where we try to figure out support for the different hardware there. Um, yeah, that kind of stuff.
That's really cool, man.
It's an absolute time sink. So like, get into it, but also don't for your own
Yeah.
health.
My friend that does the drone stuff, like, he made a few drones and then he kind of got over it, and now he's making like zeppelins, like freaking like blimps, like yeah.
Damn, Zeppelins. I mean, amazing. Like, I have seen people or heard people make drones and stuff, but I have never actually heard, yo, my friend making a Zeppelin. That's just amazing, man. Sounds really fun and great.
Yeah, I guess he was just like, drones are too mainstream now. I gotta make a Zeppelin. Like, let's go.
That's also why we didn't build a quadcopter. We are building like a fixed wing kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool. That's Rob, you want to talk about the OS you're making in Rust?
I don't know. What do people find interesting?
How, how
To
far?
be fair, that one's kind of on the back burner at the moment. So like, I will still maybe spend like half an hour or something a day on the weekends on that. Yeah, but most of my free time right now is spent on the Python compiler because I find that interesting. And once that's kind of in a more working state and I can publish it, then I'll probably go back to building the drone. We'll see.
What are you doing with the Python compiler?
Basically, we're taking in Python code and then turning that into LLVM intermediate representation so we can compile it into a native binary. Basically, I was super annoyed at the speed or lack of speed that kind of normal C Python has. I didn't like PyPy and the codon thing and whatever else people use. So I basically told my friend, okay, why don't we build something faster? Yeah, it will obviously not
Yeah.
support all of Python and blah blah, but yeah.
So basically, instead of like Python normally is in what did it called? In something.
Interpreted. Yes.
Interpreted. Yes. Interpreted language. You instead of that you use compile.
Yep. So we compile to, I guess compiler is probably the wrong term because blah blah, we don't actually emit the assembly instructions ourselves, but basically you get a native binary in the end. And yeah, so I actually have
That's
a thread here on
amazing.
the server. I linked you the
Yeah, yeah,
thread.
yeah, yeah.
There you can see some slow updates over time, basically. Um, yeah. So essentially, I was super pissed off at the slowness of Python. So we have to fix that. And obviously, the Python Foundation isn't doing it. So we got to take it into our own hands.
Damn.
Qzen, what's up with you? Where are you coming from? You just joined. How'd you find here?
Well, first of all, I'm from Turkey. I have met Orhun Parmaksız in a seminar or something. We didn't actually met, is just really complicated. But a friend of mine, I say, told me to, man, you should use Rust. And I said, why? And he said, just use Rust. And then that's how it's all started. And after a while, I found out about Ratatouille, about Grindhouse, and later I like worked on stuff like terminal user interfaces with Ratatouille or making GUI with there's another library that I forgot. I'm not really like I'm new to programming, not too new. I still understand the very basic stuff, but yeah, I'm more of a like I have been programming for 2 to 3 years.
Which event
That's
was
that's
that?
basically all.
Which seminar was it?
CSCon 25.
Oh, okay.
CSCon 25, it was about terminal user interfaces. You gave an presentation on the terminal like a presentation terminal application. I wasn't there. I was busy losing a competition, coding competition. But yeah, my friend was there and he told me about it. He said it was so cool. Then I said, man, I gotta take a look at it. Past summer, I made a simple color palette thingy, and I'm right now working on. I have been interested in internet, how internet works, protocols, and WebSockets. So I said, yo, WebSocket is so cool. Why don't I make a TUI with encryption messaging over WebSockets and stuff?
I remember the color palette app. That was pretty cool actually. Have you like started building this WebSocket TUI thing yet?
Yeah, it's on. I have set up the WebSocket connection part and sending messages part. Right now, I'm working on creating a lobby and then connecting to existing lobby. Right now, I'm just connecting to an already existed WebSocket server. Yeah, thank you. That was for like getting my hands wet about like Ratatouille and Rust. It was my first time using Rust and all, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Welcome to the cult.
pretty good app.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Also, welcome to the Grind cult. You're now a member, officially.
Oh yeah, thank you. By the way, I actually there's this funny thing. Past year, I was like a really lazy person. Yeah, I have been coding for 3 years for now, but I was jumping back and forth from different languages and stuff like that. But past year, I told myself I will say yes to every opportunity comes to my way. So after that, things got escalated so quickly. I mean, I I don't know. I don't have to play. I don't have time to play games anymore. But I'm still having fun programming. That's really great.
Nice. Got any game projects? Gold, silver, copper? You're the game dev person here, so I gotta ask.
I was working on one. Nothing really fancy. Like kind of like a roguelike, but it was using eGUI, and I was able to render Chinese characters. So like the kind of unique thing about it was that like I was using Chinese characters for all the graphics, and like this is actually like one of the things where I was like thinking about Ratatouille a lot because like for terminal rendering and for like the way Ratatouille handles things, it's like Chinese characters are like double width. So if you're trying to make like a roguelike game or something, you can't really use Ratatouille for that because the double width characters kind of mess everything up. So I had to like roll kind of like a custom rendering solution GUI to make that work. But I haven't really done that in a while. I'm trying to like focus more on like serious projects right now, like something that will like teach me more. But like so that's why I've been like working on like a Lisp, just like kind of learning how like interpreters and compilers work a bit. And then oh, so actually, relating to you, Lisp, right? I was actually watching a stream like a couple days ago by Matthew Peros. He's like the developer of Steel, and Steel is the language for the Helix plugin system that's they're working on. So I remember like in your podcast, you were talking how you we're looking forward to that. So he's saying it's coming soon. Coming soon. TM the Helix plugin system. It was really cool watching him work. Like, bro is so talented. Like, he streamed for 5 hours and just fixed so many bugs and like added features. Like, it was crazy.
Can you like send a link to that? I'm curious now.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, like Helix plugin would be so nice. I mean, you heard me. I mean, I would immediately switch to Helix if they had something like that, because I don't want to like lose all my plugins. I would probably just start writing like the same plugins for Helix. Before, like, if somebody else didn't do that before me, but
Yeah, I dropped the link in the Hangout chat. Steel is the Lisp, but then you can check out his GitHub, and so he has like a Helix fork, and I think that's it. But then he has another repo that's pinned called Helix config. So I think that gives some instructions on how to compile Helix with his plugin system. It's like he's been working on the plugin system for like a while now, and it's like pretty usable. It's just hasn't been merged into main yet. And people are already writing plugins and stuff for it. Like, he's writing plugins, he's using it as his daily driver and stuff. But it just needs to get like merged. Like, the maintainer of Helix is a busy guy, and it's just taken a while.
Yep. Nice. Christian, where did he go? He was just here in a sec. What? Christian just joined and left? Come back here, man. So
I think he'll eventually be back.
yeah,
Probably.
I want to talk to him because he's basically the author of this project. I haven't met him, or we haven't spoke, but this thing, I don't know if you guys remember it. This is like a sampler TUI instrument, MIDI controlled, something so cool. So yeah, I just want to talk to him, but he just disappeared. Anyways, people are asking, by the way, like, what's up with this thumbnail? I don't know, man. I just like kind of search for like knights on a round table, and this was one of the images, and I just picked it. I don't know, I felt like it would be appropriate for the theme of this podcast, but I don't know what you guys think.
I think it's pretty appropriate for this one. It looks cool.
Yeah, it's a good circular table is good for a blunt rotation.
Man, in real life, blunt rotation one day.
One day. Come to California, bro. Come to California.
Dude, if I get the visa for that, I'm just booking my flight immediately.
Bro, hit me up.
Yeah. But for real though, we should do like a in real life grind conf or something like that at some point. I don't know how
Where would
though.
it be?
I don't know. Probably something close to Europe. Istanbul. Am I right? Very central.
Maybe.
I'm just
Well, I was thinking, Netherlander for the laws.
Yeah.
By the way, I would like to ask you something. If it's not like out of context, where did you get the idea about writing an SDK for PSP in Rust? Like, how did it occur to you to do this? I would like to ask.
Who wrote that? That wasn't me.
In your GitHub repo, there was. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me recheck it real quick again.
The Rust PSP library, you mean?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's just, I think that's a fork. And what I did was basically kind of hack Ratatouille in that. Actually, there was a link to. Wait, let me just find it real quick. I think you're talking
Yes, I
about.
found it. There's Rust PSP and Ratatouille PSP example. Yeah. I'm sorry, I found it.
Yeah, this one. This was a result of kind of like a painful process because this Rust PSP library, they do some hacky stuff, and we had to patch one of the dependencies to be able to render some of the cell, like some of the characters or something like that. So some alignment issues, basically some memory issues or something like that. I will send a link to the patch. So we have to apply this patch to be able to correctly render on PSP. And I don't know, I totally forgot the details, but this is something related to how the Unicode bit is handled. And related to that, I remember Gold Silver Copper mentioned like Chinese characters and double wit and so on. I really feel that pain, if you call that pain, because this library, this little innocent looking library, I'll just send a link. This Unicode bit is such a crucial one. Like this library is actually it's not getting the credit that it deserves at some points, because it's doing so much heavy lifting for the downstream. One example is this Rust PSP thing. We had to patch it to be able to render and so on, and it just sometimes like comes up. Sometimes, like in Ratatouille, there's this case where something is rendered, like something like, let's say you have some Unicode or like some Japanese character, it's not rendered correctly, and then the whole layout just shifts one character to the right or left, and everything just breaks. So yeah, we had some painful experience with that library. I don't know if you agree, Gold Silver Copper. What was your interaction with these stuff? I mean, I'm curious now that we're talking about Unicode.
Yeah, I straight up think it's like genuine pain. I end up reading the Unicode spec like way more probably than a normal person should, and I think about it every day as I'm going to sleep about Unicode. Um, and it's really painful, like the fact that there's like double width characters and single width characters, and that it's not really consistent either, is just a giant pain. Like I've worked with it a lot, and I've written renderers, and I've written just lots of applications that use a bunch of obscure Unicode characters, and it's really just horrible. I feel like it was probably an oversight at the end of the day. I feel like of course obviously I understand why they did it. Like a Chinese character, it's generally whiter than a normal character, but in terms of like using them for like any sort of TUI, for a roguelike, for even just trying to program around it is a giant pain. So I wish it just wasn't double wide. I wish that wasn't a thing, but somehow we just gotta live with that now. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, I recently submitted.
Train.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So in Chinese alphabet there are one with Unicode characters and two with Unicode characters. Is that correct? Like both of them exists. That's why the problem is.
No, so in Chinese, as far as I know, all Chinese characters are double width, but most Latin characters are single width. But then you also have like Egyptian hieroglyphs and like other really obscure characters that are also double width. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of obscure languages in the Unicode spec, and again, as like as a roguelike developer, it's very enticing to want to use those characters because like, there's like a random African language that no one knows about at all, but then like you look at their like alphabet. It's not even their alphabet. Like they don't even use it. It was like an alphabet they used like 60 years ago, but then for some reason it's in the Unicode spec and it just has like pretty pictures for flowers and you're like, oh yeah, I can use this for like a video game. And then you try and use it in like Ratatouille and no, it's double width, so you can't actually use it unless you make your whole game double width, which is a pain in of itself. So that's why I had to write like a custom renderer for my roguelike that renders all characters kind of similarly. But then that's annoying because now I can't use Ratatouille, or I might have to like write some insane patch for like a custom patch for Ratatouille, but I don't know if I want to do that. It's like real difficult.
Damn.
I remember once we updated the Unicode vid crate in Ratatouille, and it broke some important parts, and we didn't realize that it was a breaking change because they didn't uh, bump the they literally just did a patch bump and not like a minor or major bump, and we were like, okay, let's just update it. And then we had to go to upstream and say, hey, this is really breaking for us. And they were kind of like they kind of at the end they created another minor release track for only that particular breaking change or something like that. So now it's now, I don't remember, but it's like a bit complicated. Now you there's like certain versions that is kind of breaking, but some of them are not. I think they changed the change how they handle some combination of emojis and widths or something like that. So Unicode is pain, man. And I recently submitted a talk to a conference about this. I just wanna like just research all the painful parts, and I just want to present them because that's fun. But like dealing with this thing yourself is not. I just want to like show, hey, this is Unicode, this is how we do it, but here are some of the cursed parts. So yeah, let's see if it gets accepted. I'll do it.
Yeah, I like that talk idea. Just off the head, right? It's like, I mean, as you said, it's like all the different Unicode combinations because you have like a bunch of combining characters that you can just chain and chain on, and it's like, does that increase the width or not? And it's like, again, that's just, I'm not even gonna get into it. It's just so painful. It's so painful, man.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of any conferences planned this year, anyone?
In Turkey, there is this again, CSCon 26 is on the way. There are nice classes. I try to like I'm in the team of this events stuff, and I tried to sneak you in the mentors list. But they said, man, we invited this man once. Sadly, we can do it again, back to back. So I said, okay.
Damn. Kind of sad.
Yeah, I tried. I
Thank you.
tried.
Appreciate that.
I don't know. I should probably go to some events. Do you guys have any recommendations? Anything I have to go?
I don't have any concrete ones, but I mean, I know you're in Germany and that like Europe has a giant hacker scene, so I'm certain that there's probably like tons of conferences going around your area. I remember Yagata asking me if I was going to some conference in Germany, I think. I don't remember which one, but like, I mean, there's so many hacker spaces. I'm sure you can find a ton.
Probably the 39C3 by the CCC, I guess. That was a pretty big thing, kind of end of December.
Did you go there? No.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
actually, someone I know had a talk there, so I kind of felt obligated to at least listen to that. But it's like usually pretty big events, and I don't know. I don't know how many people come exactly, but it's like a few thousand people per event usually. So they do like a big congress once a year, I think. And then I don't know. You meet a bunch of people there. You kind of know a few people already. I don't know. I'll see what I can find.
That's pretty cool. I really enjoy watching the C3 conference videos after they're done.
But I
The
mean, you're in the US. You have a bunch of conferences as well. So like you can't really complain either, I think.
Yeah, but I'm broke. I'm broke and I live in Southern California. We don't really have any conferences here. They're all in the Bay Area.
Fair enough. I guess the distances are a bit larger over there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like
It's like from me
here,
to
it's
Bay
you hop on the
Area.
train. 2 hours later.
Yeah. It's like from Germany to like Poland or like Romania. I don't know.
Yep.
Also, our trains freaking suck.
I'm surprised you said plural trains because you have like 4, maybe. I don't know.
No, that's so true. No, our one train line, our one train line sucks, bro.
Up grinders.
Yo.
What's up?
Yo.
Hello.
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 Hey. I'm new here.
You gotta introduce yourself and state your grind, please.
Okay, yeah. I'm Samuel. I recently fell in love with Rust and Ratatouille, so I've contributed a bit to Bluetooth. And I also use Bluetooth. I love it. And Impala. And also, Badr has convinced me to move away from Network Manager, so that's great. So now I use just IWD. But
Same
I'm
here.
just a student.
He convinced me as well.
Oh yeah, awesome. So at daytime, I'm just a student at Linköping University here.
Also, I guess you're kind of close to Butter then. Like, probably
Yes.
still 1.5, maybe 2 hours, but
Yes, it's 2 hours to Stockholm from here.
I think he's not quite in Stockholm, but I guess it counts as close enough.
Okay, yeah, I don't really know. I haven't been that much in Stockholm.
Cool. More Swedish people. That's
Yeah.
good. So I guess you're in college, but you're already doing a bunch of Rust stuff. So nothing to
Yes.
complain about there. Very appreciated.
Yeah. I would love to have used Rust in university, but we have not used anything in any courses. So this is just a hobby thing.
Actually, the other day I talked to someone here, and apparently they use Rust in some universities here in Germany, for some classes at least. But it's still super unpopular there as well. So not surprising.
Yeah. One project I had in
think
mind.
Butter was back.
Yeah, I think I saw it on mute.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. I already like talked to Samuel before. Of course, I try to convince everyone now to move away from Network Manager. It's a bloatware, guys. You shouldn't do it. If you do, you shouldn't. And yeah, I confirm someone is great grinder. He's into Neo Vim and stuff. He has also really great setup. So,
He's Arch, by the way.
yeah, you see, guys.
Hello.
Oh yeah, yeah, great guy.
Hello.
Hello, Short.
Can you hear me? Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Great.
What's up, dude?
Doing fine. I'm a bit late, but yeah.
Your grind.
Okay, so well, I write Rust, obviously. Yeah, also I write a lot of Rust at work. I'm doing some hardware security stuff, and yeah, I think I'm now working since 8 months, and before I was an apprentice. And I'm located in Paris.
That's really cool. A real live actual programs Rust for his job developer in the wild.
And from Paris, where like all Ratatouille's thing come from, like the rat and the thing. Yeah, true. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I'm more like of I did a lot of cybersecurity stuff before. I was mostly doing like security engineering and like detection engineering, malware analysis. Yeah, I kind of switched to like full Rust dev, but I still like to work on security topics.
Memory safety.
Did you know that 70% of CVEs are caused by memory issues and Rust fixes them?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
obviously,
that's crazy.
but damn, what a nice language. And then I come and unwrap everything that has to be expected.
Unwrapped, unchecked.
Did you know we had memory safety issues in our Rust OS? So as soon as you touch unsafe, it's back to skill issues like in C++. So I think we need to add more cool security features to the language.
And we need to buy vibe
Or
coding
just
as
be better developers, to be honest. But
What did you say
But
about
I think
more vibe coding?
No, I said
more
we
vibe
need
coding,
to
right?
ban. We need to ban vibe coding, guys. If it's 70% CVs, but like with vibe coding, expect that to reach 90% soon. But it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun to see people shooting themselves in the foot. But yeah, it would be great. More
I have a question
unsafe.
for
Go ahead.
I have a question for you who maintain big projects. Like, is it a big problem with vibe issues and vibe pull requests that really take your time? Because I heard Daniel Stensberg on Curl talk about it.
I guess Orhun is the number one
Yeah,
for big open
exactly.
source projects. But we
Yeah.
had the same stuff at one project we maintain at work. So like a bunch of people just submitting random stuff. So we eventually just closed it down quite early, I guess.
Yeah, I think overall it's quite a problem. I've seen that the guys from curl they removed all types of bug bounty programs because of that, because they had like a huge amount of AI submitted issues and stuff. So yeah.
In Ratatouille, we had a couple of PRs like that, and one of them was like you could tell it was like wipe coded. It was just like obvious as daylight. And Josh, the other maintainer of Ratatouille, he just like kept dragging it, like asking questions about why things were implemented that way, and the original authors they kept like iterating on those review feedback, and at some point there was like so many comments, but yeah, they just gave up at some point, I think. I'm not sure if it was because of Josh or it was like wipe coded or whatever reason, but
No,
yeah,
their account got banned. I remember
Yeah.
the account
Yeah.
got banned.
something
What?
happened. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I think it's actually better when it's really obvious than when it's not, because when it's not, then you actually need first to like really go through the issue, and at the end you'll figure it out. But yeah, I think it's just like really time consuming, and yeah.
Actually,
I
maybe
don't
an
know.
unpopular opinion here.
Go ahead.
I think as long as you don't notice it's vibe coded, it's probably fine. So, like, if the code is fine, you should merge it, regardless of who made it, in my opinion.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
but
partially
here's the
agree, but
problem with that. The problem is that like the mental energy for the maintainer. Like usually, like what I noticed like in many repos and sometimes in mine, like people just jump in with PRs. You don't want to be rude, so you look at them. So, but if someone just vibe coded like PRs and they need to look at it, it's like time no one wants to do code review. It's like exhausting. So, and if just people just like submit some PRs, and then you need to look at it, and if they drag you there, so even if it's like it looks good, but there are certain things that you need to change, they're like, I don't know, you try to do that like for 5 or 6 repos, I think you will burn out easily.
yeah, that's
And
the
that's
thing, and
Maybe we need
also
to counter that with more AI. Like, add an AI review agent. Actually, add more than one because they aren't that good.
yeah, but that's the thing. Why do you even need like to go into that war?
Because you can't evade it unless you do closed source again or like source available stuff. If you accept
I mean,
outside contributions, people will slop you, and then you just need to slop back with more slop comments, I guess.
I mean, what I
Not sure
did,
about that.
what I did about my repo version, I said that if there is no discussion or issue, like the PR will not be accepted unless I know the person. If like Orhan or you or like someone that I know like submitted the PR, okay, we don't need to have like an issue. But for the majority, like if there is no issue, why do we need to look at it? And let's discuss. And if I see like in the discussion like someone is making up some stuff, okay, just like close the issue, boom. If I go with more AI and stuff, like you're just gonna create bloatware, and then good luck for the maintainability like later. I mean, there is a cost for that. I don't know. This is at least what I think. Maybe I'm
agree,
wrong.
and also another issue I think is, even if like the PR is not too bad, if now you request changes, maybe the person will not be able to fix them because they vibe coded it, and maybe the AI can't fix it, and then you just have like a standing issue, that a standing PR
Good point.
that won't be processed, and it's, yeah, it will just be a time loss at the end.
Like vibe code builds tech debt and like increases entropy of the code, but it doesn't really scale beyond hacks. But I don't have that good experience about it.
Yeah, it's actually even an issue like in closed source and corporations. I have a friend who like, works for a company and stuff, and he was telling me like they have like a principal engineer or whatever, and apparently he wipe codes like so much, and it's like he just like, pushes all these commits, to their private closed repo, but it's all vibe coded. And my friend was saying that it's like getting like a real pain to like, review all the code and maintain it, because like this guy is like just like pushing like thousands and thousands of lines of vibe code to their project, and like they don't really know what to do about it. Like I guess it works, but yeah, I don't know, maybe there's a better way to do it.
I mean, the problem is it works till it really like backfire to you. I mean, even if like in closed source, I mean, you can vibe some code, but like if you are on call and at I don't know 3 a.m. and you need to debug something in the production because the whole service is done, and you see this history and like there was like 3 PRs with 1,000 line each. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, yeah, you can vibe code, but like there is different standards if you want that to go to the production, and if you just like lower the standard to get to the production, once it really like once it breaks, yeah, good luck. I don't want to wake up at 3 a.m. and debug some vibe code code. Honestly, nah, that's my thing.
I guess maybe I wasn't super clear. My point was that the standard should be the same regardless of who submits the PR. So like if that principal engineer wants to vibe code, that's fine. But in the end, the output should still be normally reviewed as if they made it themselves. And if someone submits 5,000 lines of code a day, like, sorry, but I'm not reviewing that. So, like, please figure out what you actually want to do, because no one's going to review all of those changes kind of per day or per week or whatever.
I agree with you. You know what is the solution that they found out? You need more AI to review the code. Now it's like, okay, there you go.
Just spin up 5 review agents. Good luck.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I just feel there is like push to use AI without even questioning if really some approaches work. I'm not saying like it's really we should like ban all that. And just like let's just look at the data actually and look at the experiences and like when we criticize it like it doesn't work in some areas which yeah and when there are some good arguments yeah it's not about we are just hating AI but like if it doesn't work you guys it doesn't work at least for the moment maybe in the future but like currently there are some hard limits also.
I think it just accelerates what you get normally. If one principal engineer can slop out, I don't know how many lines of code, and even if it's all good code, it's still a lot of maintenance burden that you're kind of putting on yourself or your organization. So like maybe it would have taken longer if he wrote it all by hand. Like the result is kind of the same, so you should treat it the same there. If you're gonna put out 20,000 lines of code, then good luck, but you now have 20,000 lines of code that you need to maintain. So maybe you should actually be quite careful with kind of how much output you're actually generating there.
I completely agree. And also one thing that's like I mean it's better to have less code. I mean like writing codes it was never the problem, but writing less code that's work that's very optimized, that's the hardest part. I mean, we don't sit like and just like type on the keyboard all the time. Like we think, we try to go with different approaches. That's what takes more time. Sometimes it's surprising when people, yeah, I can like write 10,000 lines of code. Yeah, but that was never an issue before. So, but then good luck with this 10,000 to do the right way, to do the right thing.
I don't know if you remember the first attempt I did at the PR about it, but it was kind of bad. So I think that I implemented the same feature but much less code at the second attempt, and it was pretty. Yeah, it still worked.
And I merged it, and I merged it like because like again like writing really like a lot of code and just like without proper thinking and architecture before like yeah it might work but then like just like there's just a lot of work for the maintainer and also even for the long term because sometimes you need to do some refactoring and yeah it's much better to have less code you control you can understand everything that it does and if it breaks you can really fix it easily but just like writing thousands of lines of code every day then yeah good luck.
I have a question for Shard7 because he said he was a security researcher. I've been like watching I watch security conferences for fun, and lately I've seen a lot of security conferences discussing AI and the various potential issues that AI can cause, not just in PRs, but also just in how it integrates with technology. So I was just kind of curious, Shard7, like you as a security researcher, what's your experience with AI and security and how that works together?
So first of all, I'm not like doing full security research. I'm more on the engineering side. But I do know some people, and I think there's some good parts into it. So it does speed up the process if you do it correctly. It can speed up the process, right? The issue is there's a lot of people which don't do it the right way. So basically, what a lot of people do is that, for example, for web security research, right? So bug bounties programs and stuff like that, they will just like create AI agents and they will let the AI agents do everything and automatically submit stuff and they won't even check if it's actually vulnerable, right? So they won't check for like false positives, and I think that's the main issue, right? It's that it's not used properly, and I think yeah, that's what most people. It's annoying for most of the people, right? Like I said before, the people from curl now they close down bug bounties programs and stuff like that because of that, because there were so much people just like submitting AI slop.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really balanced answer. I mean, from all these like many discussions that we have all had about AI, it really feels like, everyone kind of more or less agrees that, if you know what you're doing, then, it helps you write some code a bit faster. But there's so many people that just don't know really what they're doing,
Yeah,
and
I
it
mean,
causes
yeah,
issues.
it should be used as a tool and not like guide you completely or replace you. And that's the thing, but I think it's also because of all the AI propaganda, right? So a lot of people also like new people that are new to the field, they think like AI will replace everything and they just do everything with AI, and it's just not how it works, right?
I mean, sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, because, I don't have a job or anything. I'm just like, I don't care if AI is that good that it can replace everything. I think that would be awesome. Like if I could just like go to an AI and tell it to make me stuff and it makes it perfectly. But yeah, it's just not there yet at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not like a hater against it. I just think like in the current state of AI and for the ongoing future, I think like we still have like a lot of time before we achieve that kind of thing.
What is your favorite AI model? I'm just kidding, guys. No, don't answer that.
You want to create one?
God says.
Only the ones I train that can run in my basement. Anything else is not cool.
I think the model created by Orhun or by Terry Davis called God Says is pretty good.
Absolutely. Guys, okay, listen. What if, like, imagine Trey Davis living in today's world with AI and everything. Like like imagine Terry Davis combined with AI. That would be so crazy. I sometimes think about that and it just blows my mind. I mean, this guy literally wrote his whole like operating system, everything, and I don't know if he would use AI though. I don't know. Rob, what do you think? You know Terry better than me probably. I don't know.
I mean, it's complicated, right? I think he would probably use AI just because, but like in some kind of weird form. I mean, in the end, I guess like either he would not use it at all because it's kind of human made and it's not God's temple, or he would just go vibe coding all day long and kind of treat it like your God says kind of thing. Because like in the end, he didn't care about shipping a product or like making more features quicker, whatever. Like all of his projects were about proving a point and doing God's work and whatever else. So like I can imagine both kind of ways. Either he like vibe codes all day long, because in the end he was a good engineer. Like you can't really say anything against that. Or he would just like reject all of it and kind of code normally, I guess, because he didn't even have autocomplete. So that was the thing when he was still around. So I don't know.
Yeah, what kind of tools did he use? He used like Ubuntu, or what operating system was he building on?
Ubuntu to run his VMs.
Yeah. And what editor? Or
And then he
how did
was
he
sitting
run
around
code?
in TempleOS. No, he used the TempleOS editor.
But how did he bootstrap it? We don't have that footage.
No one knows. No one knows.
Yeah.
Probably just God told the computer what to do and how to bootstrap,
Yeah.
and then Terry went from there.
I remember somebody added a randomly generated God says text to their license recently. Like in the like I think it was in the license. He just like spit out this random text from Terry Davis's word list, and they just used that for some reason. That word list is actually truncated, by the way. I mean, the one that I'm using, the slurs were removed. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not like the authentic, like the original one, but it's more like the safe one.
Not biblically accurate,
Yeah.
sadly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, do you mean the Claude.md in the corroded repo?
Yeah. You sent me that, right?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, I did that
remember
PR. That's that's my changes.
You're crazy, man. Love it.
But they merged it like 0 shot. They just it was good.
Amazing. You get what you pray for, poor kings of Mars. It gets better. You're okay, sure. Actually, when I created the God Says thing, I also created a website. I think it was, God Says XYZ. And there was like another website which
Oh, I
was,
saw that one.
yeah, this one. I'll just send a link. I don't know if I can find it, but there was like God Sings or something, and it was like it was generating the words, and then like also notes for those words, and it was just like some kind of a music or something, but I cannot find it. I'll send a link if I can find it. It's been a while.
I was gonna say, you removing the slurs from God Says like kind of makes me think of something. Like, I worked on a project called English, which is I used a bunch of dictionary data to like give really good like English inflections. Turns out that Victionary is just full of slurs, and my library only like handles like the irregular cases, but apparently slurs tend to have irregular conjugations, so my GitHub is just full of slurs for that project. And at one point I was like kind of considering like do I like should I remove this somehow, or like what? But then like to remove it I would have to like hard code it into like I would have to hard code the slurs to remove them, so I'm like, okay, I'm kind of screwed either way here. So I don't know. It's
Maybe
kind
you
of
could
a
ask
weird
AI
thing.
for every single word and then just have AI manage all of your GitHub and everything, and AI can detect whether it's a slur or not. And then you can
Yeah,
get banned from your favorite AI provider for using bad words.
that's a good point. Thank you. I think I'm just going to give my computer to AI so it can upload all my pictures to the cloud.
That sounds good. Would you like some cryptocurrency in return, or are you fine with just doing it for free?
Can I get some world coin? Can I get some New York City token?
I think that's a fair deal. Only if you update, you have to upload your iris scans and fingerprints as well, though. Then we can talk about it.
Do I get a bonus if I provide my SSN and passport?
Yes, of course. Of course.
Okay, sign me up.
Scam Altman will provide for that, I'm sure.
Sign me up.
Actually, I would like to meet someone that is somehow like using this WorldCoin garbage or like scan their eyes or whatever. Because like I know they paid a bunch of people, but I would like to see like an actual person that did that because I have so many questions.
I'm actually trying to find a video right now. I found like a crazy YouTube channel a while ago of like a crazy guy who walks around, and he had a thing where he walked into a shopping center and they were doing the iris scan stuff. And here, I'll link it once I find it.
Does anybody know about this recent bags thing that is like that's happening on Twitter for some reason? The bags coin or token or whatever, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What's up with that? Because some people reached me out about that. They're like, let us create a, I don't know, coin or something for you, and you'll get free money or some shit like that. And I'm like, okay, but I don't know what it is.
That's kind of like the pump.fun crypto thing where they basically automate making altcoins or tokens or whatever. And then I guess, yeah, you can decide whether you want to be affiliated with that. Apparently, they just pump and dump those coins, like with your approval, I guess. Yeah, basically. And then you have like crypto bros reaching out to you because they need your approval to actually make the coin in your name. Then once you approve, then they pump and dump, and maybe you get some money, and whoever gets scammed, I guess.
That sounds horrible.
Well, I mean, it's average crypto experience, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, Mad Art Lover. It was great to have you. Don't get too depressed about your art. I'm also very depressed about my art. I guess like that's just how it goes, but what are you gonna do?
It's part of being an artist, right?
Yeah. What's up with this iris scan thing? This is the first time that I'm seeing this.
Oh, it's Sam Altman's other startup, WorldCoin.
It's hard to keep track of all this bullshit happening.
Yeah, I think Altman
Oh,
had
yeah, you
a
can.
coin before, actually. I think he already had one before. So yeah, it's quite strange, actually. I guess he just wants to make a quick buck or something.
Not too surprising, to be fair.
Yeah.
Considering he's doing OpenAI just out of charity without making any money. So I guess he has to pay rent as well.
If I was insanely rich, I would probably just like learn um how to drive like jets and like, I don't know, planes or some shit like that, and also build a terminal emulator. Oh wait, I think somebody already did that. Gotta find something new.
Maybe you can make a better one, better terminal emulator.
Yeah, I've never really tried Ghost TTY, but yeah, I think it's just a bit overhyped, right? I'm not sure if it's really
From what I
that
see, the
great.
main benefits are for Mac users, right? Like, because Mac apparently only has trash terminals, but for
Oh.
like, I don't know about Windows. I'm sure the Windows terminals are also ass, and Ghosty is much better. But like in my benchmarks, it was actually like basically the same speed as even the KDE terminal, and everything kind of, it's all the same stuff, really.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to stay with KDE and yeah.
I couldn't even tell you what terminal I'm using. Like, it just doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah,
I think I'm on
guess
Kitty as well.
Yeah. And it's a pretty strong choice. I don't even know like all the alternatives. I know there's something called Alacrity. I think I've tried it once, but yeah.
Same speed there as well for me, but I don't know.
Yeah, but even if it's like a bit slower, I'm not even sure like if you'd even like if you'd even like see the actual difference when you work or stuff, because sometimes it's just like
Probably
milliseconds,
not.
and I don't think it's that important.
The extra
Do you keep
functionality. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you keep a terminal window open at all times with like a tmux session, or do you open and close windows all the time?
Personally, I open and close because I don't use like tmux or Zelig. I just use Emacs, and yeah. But yeah, I just have like a shortcut, like a good key map, and that's it.
Yeah, same here. So for me, startup time is really important.
Yeah, okay, yeah, in that case, I agree.
I just have them open anyway. Like, it's super quick to start up, and I have my like super enter for a new terminal, but I have like at least 3 or 4 tmux sessions open at like all times, and then I don't know.
Yeah, I think if I was using like NeoVim, I'd use like tmux, but with Emacs I don't really need it since I already have like some kind of workspace feature, so I can easily switch like workspaces right and switch projects like that.
I still like to keep things open. So like I will have my kind of window manager workspace per project, and then I have like my browser with whatever tabs I need, and my tmux session, and then usually another terminal window with just the editor. I don't know. Like if I have something running for a while, maybe I don't know, like running some script, whatever, and that takes an hour or two, I can just hop to the next workspace and continue working there. I don't know, but it might
Yeah.
just be my weird way of working.
No, I see what you mean. But I have kind of, well, with Emacs, I run Emacs as a daemon, right? So basically with Emacs you can have like Emacs daemon, right? And you can have an Emacs client. And so I just have like a daemon that starts like when I boot, right? And then I can close Emacs. It doesn't matter because I will like return to my session even if I close it, and yeah. So even if I have like tasks running, right, I can close Emacs and it won't matter.
Is it possible for you guys to screen share and like show your setup, or is that possible, or do you just want to chill and talk?
You could do that.
Yeah, I don't mind if.
Definitely not possible for me because I'm on my phone right now, because Linux and audio is kind of tricky. So I never got it working at home, only in the office. You have the Linux desktop guys, but I can send a screenshot or something in here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if it's interesting, I can show like my workflow with Emacs.
Go for it.
Just quickly.
Yes.
Sure.
Are you fine with me live streaming that?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay.
All right, so I think my stream's on. You should see it. So basically, right, with Emacs, you just have basically workspaces. Well, it's a module I installed, and also I use Doom Emacs. So it's some people say it's a bit more bloated. I just think it's a nice framework.
Do you guys see the
But
screen, by the way?
basically,
It's not loading for me.
No, I don't see it actually.
oh, right, I think it's very pixelated, right? That's strange.
Maybe reshare.
Yeah, I'll try.
You might change the quality as well. Could do like lower quality.
I think I'll go with like 15 FPS. Yeah, that should do it. Oops.
Still loading for me.
Yeah, still cooked.
I know I've never really stream shared on Discord, so maybe it just doesn't work.
You might like try to lower the quality to, I don't know, 720p or something, because you know, you're like trying to stream it 4K almost.
Let me try like this. I have it to 720 now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's. Oh wait, it didn't switch. Okay, now. Okay, now I have it on a low resolution and low FPS.
Just loads forever for me.
Still loads. Yeah, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know.
Yeah, for the first time in my life, I'm seeing it got an issue. It says stream failed to start, error 2012.
Yeah, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's also because I have Discord with Flatpak. Maybe it's some permission issue, I don't know. Well, I'll try once again, but otherwise, I don't know. Because I see it, but yeah, I think it's... What did you say, Badr?
I think it's because of Emacs. No one is using it in Discord properly.
Yeah, you need to use Neovim.
Hey, leave Emacs alone, okay?
Just go to Neovim. Sorry, man. Like, just use Neovim like everyone else.
Yeah, well, maybe I can just send the screenshots, or, but
Yeah,
that
sure.
won't be very. Yeah.
I wanted to say I think it's really cool you use Emacs. I'm a big Emacs truther. I think Lisp is awesome, and Emacs is greater than Vim every day of the week.
Yeah, it's nice. I just think I use it out of habit, but yeah.
Do you do any Lisp programming yourself?
Not outside of Emacs configuration. I don't. I mean, I don't really have any use case where I can like use it, and I'm just like really obsessed with Rust. So yeah. But I think, yeah, what I like, especially with Doom Emacs, I just think it's a nice framework. I know a lot of Emacs people say like you have to write your own config and stuff, but I think Doom is a pretty strong choice, and it's actually very stable, at least from my experience.
Yeah, I haven't used Emacs in a while, but when I did use it, I really liked it a lot. I wrote like a little I wrote a web framework little kind of thing in Common Lisp, like a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, also the amount of stuff you can do with Emacs is insane. Like I know some people they use it like for mails, for like project management, also like to. Like you can even like you have some kind of browser in Emacs, right? So you can basically browse websites even if it's not that great. You can do it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and I think some people have like most of it's applied in their config. So yeah. Yeah, Magit is great. Like it's a very complete like Git integration. So you can really do anything through it.
I'm curious about like give me an example of a really edge case, like some case that you need to handle in Git, and it's let's say it's a bit difficult to do that from the command line, but Magit is just really easy to do that.
To be honest, I didn't like I don't think about it like that. It's just like for me it's just like a Git wrapper, right? It's just like quicker. So basically I do things quicker with Magit than with Git. Because I have a lot of keybinds, so yeah, that's mostly it for me. But I'm not sure if there's some cases where it would be easier with Magit than the Git CLI directly. But yeah, I just use it because of mostly convenience purposes.
We should all switch to Jujutsu at some point. Git will be obsolete, guys. Just saying.
I never tried it. I've seen it's trending on GitHub, and I think I started, but I didn't try it actually. Maybe I should.
Have you guys tried Neri, window manager?
Nope. It's the one. It's Wayland based, right?
Yeah.
I think the one with like scrolling tiles. Yeah. I didn't try it, but
Yeah.
I don't know with scrolling. I'm not, because then like how do you scroll? Like, do you have to scroll with like your mouse button, or can you also like just be fully fully scroll with the keyboard, or like have keybinds to switch pages and scroll?
So I'll bound it to if I hold super and HJKL. So
Oh,
it's
okay, yeah.
the Vim binds.
Mhm.
I think I can show you if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see if it works better for me. So hypothetically speaking, do
yeah,
you
okay.
see anything?
Yeah, I see
You?
it. At least
I have
in my case, I do see it.
I have the Discord window here,
Mhm.
and I have preset widths so I can toggle through them. It can
Oh,
be
okay.
like a third, half, and 2/3, or just full screen. I can go into overview mode, and I can use my mouse here, move stuff, but you can also use the keyboard. And it's kind of different to Hyperland, but I didn't really use Hyperland in a structured way, so I just embrace the chaos, and that's when you want to use Neri. But if you are structured, I think you want to use a tiling window manager instead.
Because I was about to say, like, it feels like there's not really any structure, right? You can't really like organize stuff. Well, you can, but it's not like as obvious, right? I guess. So
Yeah.
if you open
I mean-
new pages, will it just? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah,
So you can
that's
just
the
have
thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the workspaces are like above each other, and then you can have many windows in each workspace. So it's kind of crazy, but I like it.
Okay, well, it's kind of cool actually. I mean, I
Yeah.
could see like the use cases for it actually. I think in some
And
cases
it's really smooth. It's
it
like
would be
it
really
never
practical
crashes or
also.
bugs. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's written in Rust, of course.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's why I started. Yeah, I mean, I'm still using X11 because like my screen resolution isn't very well supported under Wayland, so yeah. That's why, because of fractional scaling, I don't think Wayland supports that yet.
Ooh, isn't that like a compositor specific thing? But try if Neri can do it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, maybe it's a compositor thing, right? Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, no, you can do fractional scaling in Neri at least.
Okay. Yeah, because I know it wasn't possible with Hyperland, so I had some kind of weird scaling. Yeah, maybe I will try Neri actually.
I feel kind of bad because I'm not on those fancy stuff and I'm still using X11.
i3 or
yeah, i3. I mean, once you get into that, you cannot really move away from it. You just get so used to it. Now I have all my stuff kind of like a part of my i3 config. So I have a bunch of key bindings that activate certain things. I have the status bar. I have like it's not like really sometimes that flexible to do certain things, but kind of like get used to it, and now it's just like I'm just lazy to set up anything else. I don't know.
Sometimes it's also kind of hard to adapt, or like annoying because of like little details. And in my case, I'm using awesome WM, and I have like my own custom stuff. So yeah, it's sometimes I try to switch, but it's kind of hard because I added a lot of custom widgets and stuff. Because with awesome WM, basically you can it's more of a framework to create your own window manager. So yeah, I have a lot of custom stuff, and yeah, some things I don't really see how I could reproduce them with other window manager or compositors.
I just wanted to say I really like Neri because it's made by Yalter. And I remember the first time I saw Neri, I was like, why does this seem so familiar? And then I'm like, wait, Yalter is like a Half-Life speedrunner. And like I remember like I might have interacted him like once or twice, like so many years ago, and like watched his videos and stuff. And then it's like apparently now he's like making a popular Rust window manager. That's kind of cool.
what the heck? I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, he's really good too, and he makes a lot of tools for Half-Life speedrunning.
Also written in Rust or no?
No, I think he made them like a long time ago. I think they're like in a C or Lua or something like that.
Maybe we should invite him to the server.
Maybe I have no idea what his contact is. Like I don't know. Maybe I gotta join a Half-Life speedrunning Discord again. He's there probably. Apparently they have a Discord server for Neri.
Raiding tonight, boys?
Raiding?
Yeah, that's just a joke.
Of course, the Swedish Viking wants to go raiding. Okay.
Hell yeah.
I have so many Discord servers already. I'm not sure if I will join this one too.
Yeah, I mean, no. Oh, yeah, I just posted it there because I found it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ever going to participate in it. About Valen, I feel like I've heard so many people like have like so many weird issues with it. Like I'm in the Bevy Discord, and like it feels like every update or like whatever, it's like there's just always like issues with Valen. Like, oh, why is my code crashing and not compiling? And it's like, well, you don't have the Wayland developer library. I mean, that's kind of normal, but there's just a bunch of other bugs around it too. So I don't know if you guys heard about that or your experience with it if you use Wayland.
I don't know. I've been on Hyperland for actually I don't know how long at this point, but like since one of the relatively early releases, I guess. And it has been mostly stable, even with NVIDIA. So can't really complain. Maybe since
Yeah,
I don't know, like 1.5, 2 years maybe.
Yeah, one
Is-
issue I had a couple of years ago was with screen sharing actually. I know there was like, for example, with Teams, I remember I had like I was on Wayland right at work, and I couldn't share my screen at all. I know that there were some fixes, but I think it's still kind of annoying that it doesn't work by default, right? And that you have like to do some extra work to make it working. So I know, yeah,
I
screen
think it
sharing was
works
one
by
of the
default
issues.
now,
Yeah,
but
now I think it works
there's
too, but
still one big issue. I have to select my window twice when I want to screen share. So I click screen share, then I select the window or whatever, and then I hit share, and then it just gives me the selection window again. But apart from that, it's working all perfectly fine for me, at least.
That sounds like a really horrible issue. Absolutely unusable.
Yep. Yeah. Basically, that's the reason why I don't work anymore. So, like, I can't work with this setup. So, too bad, guys. No
Yeah.
meetings for me.
Maybe you might need to rewrite Hyperland in Rust. Might be the only solution.
Actually, we had that discussion before. It might be time eventually. Yes.
Yeah.
That would probably fix everything. Actually. No, but
Yeah,
apart
but I
from that,
think,
like Wayland
yeah.
and even Nvidia is working super well for me. Like I recently, maybe 2 months ago or something, I got a new workstation in the office, and I don't know. Actually, like installation took a bit longer because we did a clean install on Arch, and I was kind of stupid, so we forgot to set up Wi-Fi. So we had to do some tethering bullshit there. But apart from that, it was like super smooth. I just copied my configs and it worked. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I also had like NVIDIA. I just actually on my laptop I had Hyperland and also like NVIDIA cards, and it worked really fine. And yeah, I also actually I used to play some games on the laptop, and also like I had no issues with Wayland at all. So yeah, I think eventually everyone will kind of switch to Wayland, right?
Oh, it's just a question of time. Like,
Yeah.
and I think it will
we
be
make-
probably sooner than you think.
We make a Ratatouille backend that's just a raw Wayland compositor, like no frills. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, the last component that we need for a terminal-based environment is like a browser, I think, and I'm kind of working on that. But yeah, you know, building Chromium, it's pain.
Maybe you should just not use Chromium.
Yeah, probably I should just like use Servo or something like that as the backend.
Use
for...
Ladybird, but rewrite it in Rust first. So basically, make a new Rust browser and then put that in the terminal.
I think there's a better way actually. What about not using the browser and only and the website need to be hosted as a TUI and you just go there at SSH? That's the new
Maybe the
internet, man.
website should just give you an llms.txt file, and in there it describes how the language model can talk to your website.
Yeah, that's the modern web.
Yeah,
Right, that's the
we're,
next
we're
step.
getting there.
Web
We're
4.
getting there, unfortunately. Yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, it's really
Web
good browser
4.
to go through. Yeah, SSH, man, SSH. There you go. And you just live in the terminal. It's all what you need.
There was one project like
Yeah, I
that.
think.
But yeah, it was just like parsing the HTML and just giving you some kind of like text-based summary, and then you use that. But you know, like it's not optimal. Anyways, what were you saying, Shard?
I was just about to say I'm curious, but I think like depending on the website, it might be actually like kind of annoying, right? to like scrape the website and re-render because of stuff like React and stuff and all these things that do like dynamic rendering or re-rendering. Because I know that's at least it was like at the time it was kind of an issue with like in general scraping, right? When you had like stuff with React or these type of technologies, but I wonder like if it has an impact if you build a web browser.
Definitely. I remember I was like reading the repo that Orhun is talking about, like Carbonel, I think. And they were saying that's like the main reason why they went with Chromium, because you get around that issue. Like you're not just scraping the website, like it's literally a web browser just in the terminal, so it does all the React stuff. But yeah, if you're scraping and stuff, then yeah, that screws you over.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think that project is really promising. I saw someone implemented the 6L image protocol into that, so you could just literally render images as images natively in the terminal, and also just like does all the like the graphic handling. But the problem is, you know, like this, it's a huge project because of Chromium. You gotta apply a bunch of patches and do a bunch of other shit to get it working. But yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain.
Yeah.
Also, the question is like, would you use something like that? Like, it's gonna be limiting. You know, it's not gonna be able to do everything that you do right now in a browser. So, would you actually use that? It feels like kind of like a workaround to me. Like, I don't think you would like 100% use something like that unless it's like fully compatible with what you're doing in an actual browser, right? You need plugins,
I've thought about it
stuff like that.
before, and I feel like I would really, really want a terminal browser that is like, 100% functional. I just don't know how realistic that is. And like, yeah, it's like kind of limiting. It's like, but I really do wish, because it's like sometimes like the only thing, my whole workflow is in the terminal except my browser. So I wish sometimes, like, I wish I didn't have to have a browser that with a mouse. I just wish it was in the terminal, but it has to be like 100% good.
Yeah.
I guess kind of on that note, I feel like it's really weird that like Servo, like Mozilla, big web company, made Rust, and then the big project that they made to, like, greenfield Rust was Servo, which is like a browser. So you would think, they'd get it done and get it well, but it seems like Servo's just like literally never left beta and never will.
What's the last project outside of maybe Thunderbird and Firefox that you have actually used by Mozilla? And also, those are all like 25, maybe 30 years old, by the way. So, like, what's the most recent project that Mozilla has done that you care about?
Rust.
Which is not Mozilla anymore. Okay. What else?
No, I fully agree. Mozilla kind of is
Exactly.
dead.
Like,
It's dead.
oh,
Yeah,
I think they
they
got a lot of money, but
I think they went too much corporate and greedy. Like they've been too much greedy. Like even with what they try to do, I think I've seen a blog post from like Firefox, and they were talking about like making it an AI first browser and stuff like that. And yeah, a couple of years ago, they like got paid by Google to make it like a default like search engine and stuff like that. So I think by now Mozilla is kind of finished. I don't know if they'll ever like produce anything as great as they did before.
I think it would be pretty easy. might be unpopular, but pretty easy. Like just lay off everyone that's not an engineer with like 2 people doing accounting or something, and then just make Firefox good. Like focus on performance, make it actually compliant with these standards again, and then I don't know. Like it's not that hard. Like
I agree, but I think they'll never do that.
yeah,
Sadly,
someone
I
would have
think
to
it's
take over and like kick out all
yeah.
of the corporate people and whatever else.
But yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like in most of the project and companies, what really kills like the innovation is it's always like the corporate stuff, right? So yeah.
So like cut all of their marketing, maybe keep the fundraising, I don't know, but like cut all of the marketing stuff and then just focus more on programming, I guess. And probably also stop paying the chair of the board fucking 6 million a year or whatever they make. Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean he's rich. He doesn't care. He'll
Oh,
continue
I
like that.
wouldn't
I
I wouldn't
think
cut my own salary either. Like
yeah.
if I'm the guy deciding what to spend money on, my salary is the top priority, of course.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? So I mean I don't know what I would do in if I was in his boots, but yeah.
Oh, I'd clean the place out, move all of the money to myself, and see you guys. Like, so I kind of get it what he's doing, right? Like, and also all of the AI stuff and whatever.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
at the
They
end
have
of
an governance issue.
the day, he just like his company makes more money because of that, right? Because of the AI. At least, maybe it's just temporary, but he still makes more because yeah, because of that. So yeah.
Right, I gotta go now. But nice talking to you.
All right, see
All
you.
right, see you next time.
See ya.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
so-
joining.
I just really love the Firefox logo. It's my profile picture for GitHub and literally everywhere. And then like I did hear the thing about them trying to make like Firefox into an AI browser, and my heart was just like broken. And like they also changed their like user agreement and stuff, where they're like, oh, we're just gonna like really sell your data even more than we used to now.
We're
So
never gonna sell your data. That's a promise. Never mind.
yeah. Yeah. Literally, like they removed that part. They're like, actually, scratch that out. Scratch that one out.
So
So
which logo do you like? I posted the Firefox logos. Which one is it?
I think the 2005 one is maybe my favorite. The 2005 2009 one. That's my favorite.
2005 is really nice.
Yeah. I've been slowly migrating to Brave browser because that's like I don't know the easiest one with like an ad
Yeah,
block.
I'm using I don't know if you've heard about it. I'm using Zen browser. It's a
Oh yeah,
fork of Firefox. But yeah, it works well.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, at least I like the features. You know, like you have like good workspace management. You can have like separate panes and stuff like that. You have folders. So yeah, privacy wise, it's not too bad. Like it has some good built-ins. So yeah, and I also like the looks of it. So
Nice. Yeah, I was looking into Zen, but I wasn't sure if I should make the plunge, so I just went with Brave to be safe. But
yeah.
maybe I'll check it Zen out.
Guys, at some point, I was a part of a browser project randomly. I don't know if you know Verso. Have heard about it or no? But it was based.
About it, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what happened. They kind of like they parted their ways with me at some point. For some reason, I don't know. I was basically kicked out, but I was not doing doing not much anyways. But I don't know what happened. Now I just searched again and now it's like archived. But I was there like on its first days. I'm actually contributor to this, but I didn't do anything. But yeah, it's just sad to see, man. Like it was really promising at first, but now it's just archived.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, it's based on servo, but like, why does every Rust browser project based on servo just not go anywhere? It's crazy.
I think it's also it's really complex, and also I think it's maybe also kind of demotivating if when you have like giants like Google and stuff. Maybe they also try to bribe you, I don't know, at some point.
I mean, making browsers is hard and expensive, right? Like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of effort. For how much are you actually getting back? I don't know. Like 2 GitHub stars, and that doesn't pay the bills. So I think what Ladybird is doing is quite nice. Like making a new engine from scratch, not basing it on Chromium or Servo or whatever. But I don't know. I would disagree with the tech choices if I was involved, but I'm not, so probably doesn't matter. Like, as long as they keep on working, then I think that's good.
Yeah, I just hope it will I just hope it won't die.
Oh, I think they have enough funding. Should be fine.
Which tech choices do you disagree with?
I would build it in Rust, of course, as number one.
Ooh.
And not. I think they're going for Swift, probably. But then again, I think they had some reasons for going with a garbage collected language. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have much experience building browsers, so it's not like I have any good opinions anyway. So
Garbage collected language? More like just garbage language.
exactly. My words. Yeah, I think they moved to Swift now because of what was the reason? I don't know, because the browser spec is so object oriented. So I guess they wanted some like object oriented language as well, plus good C++ interop and whatever. I don't know. Maybe if I had more Swift experience, I would like it as well.
Didn't the Rust, like the original Rust developer, work on Swift or something?
Oh, I mean, the team behind Swift is actually pretty good. Like, isn't it Chris Latner that made it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, he came up with LLVM, so
Yeah, I
like
mean,
he can't be
obviously
that
this guy
stupid,
is obviously cracked.
of course. And then he made LLVM and then Swift, and then later he started this new Mojo thing, right? I think.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure how Mojo is going, if it's actually used or not. I think last time I checked, they went into AI stuff. Like at some point, it was like AI oriented. Um, or
Mojo
Actually,
like kind of.
was AI focused from the very beginning.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the whole point of Mojo is like, Python is used a bunch for AI, but Python is kind of slow. So Mojo is just Python but fast, supposedly.
almost like my Python compiler. Just kidding. But like they had a focus on GPU stuff from the beginning, and I don't care about GPU. So I'm gonna make like Python compile down to the CPU, and they have been doing like ASIC stuff, TPUs, GPUs, basically since the beginning, I believe.
Yeah, that
So
was like a
I don't
core
know.
feature.
I wonder if it's actually used a lot or not.
Some people will use it. Yeah, for machine learning stuff. But truth be told, I'm not sure if anyone runs big training runs or whatever. It's like you can use it for inference, I guess. Yeah.
I've just seen, but they also have like some kind of borrow checking approach for like memory safety.
I mean, they have good funding, they have whatever. So like everything you need to be successful, good people.
Yeah.
So yeah, they raised 250 million end of
Oh
last
yeah,
year.
okay.
And then
Well, yeah,
100 million
they have
in
enough.
late 23, I think. Yeah. So like they have quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
And apparently they are better at inference than whoever. Not sure. I'd be surprised if like their inference stuff is better than VLLM or whatever. But yeah, they seem to be selling kind of model tokens as well. So I'm not sure about that because it's like a completely different business running data centers and doing AI inference compared to like making a Python compiler. I don't know.
Do you guys think the AI market is just gonna crash big and like what do you guys think is gonna happen? Do you think the bubble will pop and just the world will explode, or are we just gonna enter an age of absolute prosperity, or what's up?
That's a good question. In my case, I think at some point like it will pop to a certain degree, because if you look like all those big companies, like they don't make money, they lose a lot of it actually. So yeah, and they just bet off on AGI, right? They all want to achieve AGI, but it's basically kind of a big bet. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Actually, I don't think it will be that bad. I mean, most of their losses are because they still want to scale infra. And like actual inference is pretty profitable if you do it right. So like for the existing data centers and GPUs, if you can get utilization, it's fine. It's a profitable business. And then the question
Yeah,
is
but
just, do
doesn't
they invest
yeah
too much too quickly, right?
yeah that's true.
Because there certainly
But
is some value to whatever AI models. Otherwise, people wouldn't be paying for it. And I I see a way where we get neither of those results. Like maybe like I would expect a couple of companies to go broke. That's just part of the game. Um, but I don't think it has to be like a full-on collapse, and I don't think we have to get AGI either. So like even OpenAI is kind of scaling back their expectations, and I mean Sam isn't talking about AGI, and the next model will just figure out how to make money for OpenAI. So plus,
Yeah,
even if
true.
we stayed at current model capabilities, like no more improvements to models, even then there would still be like a lot of value that you can get just because most companies don't use AI at all or like not properly. So I think you could still kind of, I guess most of the value hasn't been extracted yet. So I think there's like a pretty okay path forward. If you think AGI is going to happen, I don't know, maybe. I hope it replaces me. We'll see. But right now, I think it'll just be like
Yeah.
somewhere down the middle
Yeah,
path.
but I think like all those startups and things like and like like um, currently like there's a lot of startups that basically just do like new agents or I don't know new code new terminals or things to vibe code and stuff. I think like most of them will die.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
yeah,
they
so
have
I think
any mode really.
yeah yeah I don't think that I think that's more kind of the hype side of things. But I agree with you on the fact that yeah even now I think some AI like is valuable, right?
Like obviously there is some sort of value to whatever AI. And I guess most of that value hasn't been captured yet. So even, and then also you have to kind of look at these losses. I think the Anthropic CEO said that in an interview. Basically, you spend 100 million to train a model, and then that model may return, I don't know, 200 million over the next 2 years. But in the first year of that model being deployed, you're already training the next bigger and better model. So maybe
Yeah,
you
that's
spend
the
a
thing.
billion on the next one. So you will
But then
always
how do
continue
you
losing
really?
money,
Yeah, that's the thing.
even though each kind of individual model or each product is profitable in itself. You're still losing money kind of overall. And I think that's fine. I mean, there will be some end to it, I guess. Or it will kind of slow down a bit to a kind of a more normal R&D spend, where you don't just explode your R&D spend exponentially. But I don't think it's that big of an issue, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe, but I think what will also change is the way like most of the people use AI, right? Because right now it's kind of the race, like it's still kind of a race, like which company has the best model and stuff, and also like right, that's also how they market their stuff, right? They're still like saying like. For example, the Anthropic CEO also said like, yeah, we don't need any devs. Like our AI can already do everything and stuff. But
Yeah,
I
that's
think
just
at
marketing.
some
I
point,
mean,
yeah, but I think at some point, even like they will need to change their marketing strategies, right? If they can't like advance that much on R&D because people will kind of get used to it. So, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, as long as Anthropic has, I don't know how many, like hundreds of open positions for machine learning engineers and developers and whatever, you shouldn't like
Yeah,
believe their
obviously,
marketing at all. Like
yeah.
it's obviously shitty marketing. I don't like the guy because like why are you lying to me? If 90% of your code is written by
Yeah,
AI, just spin up more AI. What are you
yeah.
talking about?
What I was trying to say is, I think he will like he at some point even that guy will need to admit that it's not true, right? And
Of
that's
course, eventually.
yeah, eventually he'll need to, right? Because people will get used to it.
We'll see about the marketing changes. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think actually, I think like there's still like a big destructive part with AI is like for beginners, right? Because from what I saw, there's a lot of like new devs and stuff that rely a lot on AI because like people tell them, yeah, well, use AI, use AI, use AI, but then they don't really learn anything. I think that's a big issue actually. One of the
As a new
big issues.
developer, I can. Bonjour, bonjour.
Hello.
Welcome to the stage.
Welcome.
How you doing? How you doing?
Great.
Great.
Yeah, I know a few people who started coding in the AI age, and I feel like there's a few people who really take the best advantage of it, like Pro Holler in this Discord. Like I feel like he used AI and then he like really learned a lot, and he's really like trying to learn a lot by studying. But then I know some people who have just been vibe coding a project for like months, and they have literally zero idea of any programming concepts. And like I've tried to talk to them and be like, if you want to level up, like you really should like, figure out these like basic things. And they're like, nah, bro, like fucking Claude
That's the
just does it
thing.
all for me. I'm like, bro,
Yeah. And also then like that can also lead like because the thing is I also like know some people that used to not program at all and now they basically only like vibe coding, and the thing is like they're kind of clueless. Well, I'm not trying to generalize here, and I know that like a lot of people are self-conscious, but with some people I've talked to, like they are with vibe coding, but they think like what they do is great, and they think like the AI is always right, but it's just because they haven't learned anything. So they just trust the AI, and it kind of spread like a lot of misinformation and stuff.
People who fucking think the AI is right are ridiculous. I can't get AI to do. I've been trying to learn how to vibe code, but apparently you're supposed to teach it by like doing stuff that you already know, which like I don't really find the use case for. A lot of times I deal with problems that I don't know about, and that's kind of like the use case that I kind of need it for, which it's not really good at all.
Yeah.
But they say it's gonna get better. They say that.
I'd expect it to get better, but like in
Yeah.
the end, AI is just another tool, and you could have said the same thing about YouTube getting popular, right?
That is
Like
true.
10,
Yeah.
15 years, whatever ago, people used to learn from books. Now you have YouTube, and actually, what happens if you just watch YouTube all day and kind of don't program at all yourself? We have a thing. It's
That
called
is true.
the what is it called? Tutorial hell, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess the same thing kind of applies to AI, right? If you watch like a bit of YouTube, you learn something, you try it out yourself, you maybe have the AI explain some concept to you, and then you try it yourself. I think that can work. Some people can make it work, but I would
Mhm.
assume most people just fall down that tutorial hell and
Yeah.
go vibe coding and
The
just
thing
Yeah.
stay there.
the thing is for me with like learning with AI is that you kind of already have to know like the fundamentals. Like what is it called? Is it called zig links? I think I was doing zig links. Or is it what I think it
Rustlings,
was, yeah.
but they
Rustlings.
have ziglings.
Rust
They have ziglings for zig, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was doing zig links. I was learning zig links.
Oh, they have
Um
that.
yeah. And I was trying to get like some like this was a very basic thing. I was trying to do non-recursive directory walking, and it was telling me to do it in like a loop, I think. And after I just looked it up, it was people were telling me to do it in like a while for a while loop. Yeah. And the AI would just like keep changing my code, and I didn't really know how to fix that. I kind of just don't like AI for learning stuff that you personally don't know anything about, because it can just reinforce its own biases. Like I was trying to learn some cybersecurity concepts as well, and it was just teaching me its own biases and stuff and such. And then I learned those to be bad habits. So I think you have to have decent fundamentals to be able to like use the tool well, because you have to constantly baby it for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll see how much better the AI gets. I would be very disappointed if it doesn't get any better, because right now it's not that great, to be
Right.
fair. Like, I mean, if we're already spending trillions on AI infra, I would hope it gets better.
I really
We'll
hope.
see, I guess. We'll see.
Yeah. Better on my mama. Oh God.
Yeah, right now
How's the Python project coming along, Rob?
I actually worked on generators during this Hangout
Oh, okay.
session. I posted a thing in the channel like a couple of minutes ago. So, like, generators are mostly working now. Yeah, and it's properly implemented with like the state machine in LLVM. Yeah, so kind of almost works properly.
Oh, so
Nice.
okay.
By the way, if any of you guys have ideas for test cases, feel free to send them over. I'll try adding them.
Shit, I
Yeah,
know
but
Python probably
making
less than
making
every other. Yeah.
Python is easy. Come on, it's like English. If you're
I
working
know,
on
I just
Zig, you
gotta
can figure out Python.
Bro, I got stuck in my ways with Bash, and every single time I think of making anything, I just do it in Bash, even if it's really not supposed to be made in Bash.
I mean, that's cool too. But Bash is also slow, so we need fast Python.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true. But if it's like something fast, don't just do it in C. If it needs to be a compiled binary as well.
Fair enough.
C is a weird way of pronouncing Rust.
Exactly. I think it's just an
I'm-
abbreviation. Rust C is the full name.
True.
Just use Holy C. I tried to learn Holy C. I just gave up, to be fair.
Actually, for the memes, I should also add the Holy C switch statement to Python, like just to support Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
How are you
I guess
doing,
it's
Orhun?
going along pretty well in the Python realm. I'm gonna open source it like in the next couple of months, I hope. So I still have a bunch of refactoring to do, and also the code base grew quite a bit over the last, I don't know, months. So we're at almost 60,000 lines of Rust now.
Holy.
Damn.
But it's also we also implement some parts of the Python standard library in Rust, so it's not that bad. But I don't know. Could still be less, of course. So we'll try to cut that down. What cool projects are you guys working on? Anything interesting?
I'm
Bash
making
things. I don't know.
Oh, Bash. Oh yeah. I'm forking GameScope.
Oh.
And I'm thinking of writing one on that, like a Tyler.
Interesting.
Just based off the. Yeah, I was thinking about writing a WL Roots compositor, but then I was like, already like GameScope and what it's doing. Why not just make that into a full-fledged thing? And I've been looking at the code base. I'm probably the worst person at C++ ever, but I've been just looking around so far. I've got a spec written. It's kind of dog shit right now. But overall, I'm trying to get it to snuff. I'm thinking of parody with Sway. That's the place I've been looking for inspiration. And overall, it's all right. GameScope doesn't have a lot to make it a window manager, actually. I mean, it actually has layer shell, which is surprising. But yeah, I've been just thinking about starting that project. But overall, I've been putting it on the back burner because I have another project that's literally just a graphics executable. Does that make sense? Like it's not even based on Wayland or X. It's just like a direct to metal thing that I want to try out with Vulkan.
That sounds fun. So like kind of your own graphics pipeline, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Not compositor because you're not compositing, but basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's been coming along all right. I've got stuff displaying already, so that's pretty nice.
Okay, good job. You should post in the Grind project. I'll follow that thread for sure.
The Grind project?
The Grind projects in here.
Oh, a Grind project.
Yes.
Oh,
maybe you had a post. I'm not sure.
No, I don't. I have a perfectionism problem, so I code locally, and then I'll push to Git if I think it's a good enough project. Like I wrote do you know Talks or?
Yep.
I think I talked about it before. Do you know Talks or like Jammy, the P2P messengers?
Yes. I used to shill that every time I like in-person programming events.
Man.
And Well, it's a nice project. I like it.
Oh yeah, as I was saying, do you know Jammy?
Yep.
Yeah, I was writing something similar in Rust. I called it Kako. It was based on Iro. It was using Iro actually. But yeah, I was working on it. It was supposed to be a Discord replacement for me and my friends. But then I abandoned it after Matrix added element call. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah, but I have the same thing with the perfectionism, so I decided to post because now I have to keep
Mhm.
updating it. I don't
Oh,
want to
that's
admit to
peak.
myself that I gave up, so I have to continue now.
That's fair. Oh man, Terry Davis is peak, bro. What a great man. What a great programmer. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, well,
That's
he
careful correction there.
Yeah, I've been working on on some malware analysis sandbox type of thing, but yeah, it actually like takes me a lot of time just to like think through it correctly and just like get the proper architecture and stuff. So yeah.
Maybe
Kind
you
of.
should ask, I don't know what the current model is, to vibe code everything, and then now I can escape and steal
Yeah,
your
not
data.
sure.
I don't know.
I'm
Yeah, I don't think.
so no, you go ahead, Shard.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that like I work a lot on like Lisp machines or just like working with Lisp and stuff. And it's really crazy like reading articles from like the 80s and the 90s about Lisp. And because there was like an AI crash in the 90s that most people don't know about. And it's just crazy reading the articles like about Lisp from the 80s, and it's like the AI crash was so bad and all these companies were overhyped, and like it literally reads like it could be from like 2030 it's going to be written in like 2 years about the AI crash, but it's like from the 80s. It's crazy.
That's fun.
History repeats itself, I guess.
Many times.
Yeah.
Guys, let me just share my grind real quick. I am working on this cargo tree tweet thing. It was, yeah, it's at some point it will be part of cargo, I hope. I am working on this working on that in that mindset. So right now I have this really annoying problem where I want to it's first of all it's about UX. So I want to show the off-screen part of the dependency tree inside of the tree. So I'm trying to like come up with a way that will be that will do that. So yeah, just grinding that project. Also doing this guitar project. I will start working on that tomorrow probably. This little tuner and like training tool, physical device. I want to get back on that. And apart from that, these days I am trying to bring more Ratatouille projects to the Ratatouille organization. So we have moved 4 or 5 projects already, which is great. I have updated our organization README about that. Let me just send a screenshot. I'm really happy with this. I think it was a great move in terms of having a stronger and more, I don't know, more like cheesy community. But yeah, working on this. I need to fork tweet text area at some point and maintain that as well. Just bring it under the organization. So a bunch of rat stuff, bunch of terminal stuff, a lot of Rust stuff. yeah, so that's me. I can just talk a lot about all of this, but I'm just gonna cut it short here.
I actually want to say, like, I feel like that was a really good idea. Like Yagada was saying about mouse food, that they were like kind of burning out on it. So it's like I feel like it's really cool that there's like a wider, you know, amount of developers that can like really actively work on that. And the same thing for Bevy Ratatouille, because I was talking to the maintainer of that, Cooper, and I was like, at one point, like months ago, like I was like, bro, like you haven't pushed anything to GitHub in like months. Are you okay? And he's like, yeah, bro, I'm like good. I'm just like, started a real job. I don't have much time to like do open source. And he's just been like super busy with that. And it's like, people want it to get updated, people might want features and stuff, and he's just kind of too busy for that. So I feel like it's really cool that it's like part of the organization now, and it can keep moving forward without like just one person not being like a bottleneck, but basically being a bottleneck.
Yep. The tweet text area is gonna be a bit tricky because the last commit is from 2 years ago. So, yeah. Let's see.
I feel like you're probably just gonna have to fork that one.
Yeah. Also, one other thing, right now fun employed, so have time for that probably, so I can just like grind Ratatouille all day and yeah, just do that.
It's nice. Yeah, also I got work and now I have more time, but before yeah, I had no time, and it's kind of annoying when you want to work on like personal projects and stuff and you have work.
Yeah, eventually I need to look for something. I'm kind of looking for something, but I'm not in a hurry that much. So, yeah, maybe I'll just go to OpenAI, like Josh.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they pay good, right? And yeah.
Yeah, quarter
Yeah, if it's
million
not a
per.
They also
secret.
use Rust. They
Yeah,
use
I know
Rust and Ratatouille.
they use Ratatouille, right, for codecs. Yeah, I've seen that.
I guess you can join Josh then. Kind of makes sense.
Yep.
And then you can replace us all afterwards. Like,
Absolutely.
first, Ratatouille gets maintained by GPT-6, and then everyone gets replaced.
Rat GPT.
Exactly. Oh, we should train a model like that.
Sounds like a great idea.
Does anyone have like a spare 300 grand laying around for training?
Nope, sadly
You know,
not.
we do some machine learning stuff at work, so we still have some free credits. We can invest those.
But I mean, jokes aside, I started to see a lot of vibe coded Ratatouille projects recently. On Twitter, especially people just like build stuff with it, and I guess it works. I haven't like I very briefly tried doing that from ground up, but I guess now that's the thing. Just like wipe coded tweet projects. And you could tell,
Right.
like you could just like tell if you look at the README or just like the
Yeah.
dependencies, because usually like
And I guess the code
they
too,
update
right?
it. Usually what? Sorry.
I mean, and also like you I guess you can see the code, and the code is probably like trash.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like some projects depend on Ratatouille version 0.26 or something, which is like years ago.
Way
Um,
before, yeah.
yeah.
But shouldn't you be able to just tell the AI to like update dependencies,
Update.
please? Oh,
Yeah,
never mind. You have to understand
Mm.
what dependencies are for that. So never mind.
yeah, that's the first thing, and also yeah, the AI wants understand the new API. Like it will still try to use like the older API, right, from older
Right.
versions.
Speaking of updating dependencies.
Yeah, for me, when I'm using AI, I feel like that's one of the most annoying things, especially with Rust, because like Rust is a much newer language, and lots of the projects are like moving so fast. Is whenever you try to ask AI for anything, I mean, with Ratatouille, it's like pretty all right, but like with Bevy, it's just like it's trying to use like a Bevy version from a year ago, and it's just so different, and it just doesn't work at all, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, and also I think like especially with Rust, AI is really bad. I mean, each time I tried, it really wants to write Rust like Python or JavaScript, like in some kind of weird way, and also it also like starts over abstracting a lot. So yeah, at least that's from my experience. I never really had any success with Rust and AI.
What model did you use?
Claude. Claude
Yeah,
Sonnet. I think I've tried with Claude 4, I think it was, or 4.5. But maybe I'm just bad at vibe coding. I don't know. But
That's what I've been struggling with. What IDE do you guys use for like coding with AI? I've been trying to use that, but my keys don't even fucking work.
Oh, I just use my normal stack and then I use the terminal stuff. So like
Oh, like the
open
CLI
code or
tools.
open code,
Oh,
Cloud Code, Codex, CLI, whatever.
oh yeah, open code. Oh my
Yes.
god. Yo, I forgot about that. Hold on. Emacs.
do you
Dude, yeah.
do y'all have any like decent experience with AI and Rust? Because I'm curious
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
I think there's an MCP. Fuck, bro. Like English is fucked, bro. Um, MCP server. For like for updating dependencies and stuff. You can write pretty good single like CLI like daemons with AI.
Actually, I don't use
I
any MCP stuff at all
oh really?
personally. Yeah. I just have the stock
I have
whatever.
like 5.
Maybe I'm just too stupid though. But actually, I feel like the models are pretty okay at Rust these days. Like it depends on what you do, and I don't know. It also, of course, depends on how you prompt. Blah blah blah. Maybe
Oh
take a
yeah.
course on prompt engineering. What do I know? Um, Most of the time, I
I
just
just
tell to like fix this, implement this feature.
That's what I do.
Hold up, I saw a meme about that the other day. Yeah, but basically, I think AI is probably okay. Like, I guess the best it's at is probably like React and TypeScript or some bullshit because that's
And
what they all
Bash.
train on. And Bash, of course, because it needs to
Yeah.
use Bash for the reading files, so it will just make up magic Bash commands all the time.
Oh, I just tell it to stop making a bunch of random Python and Bash scripts. It does that too much, bro. Like way too much. Or random readmes. That's also annoying as hell. Or is it Markdown? Yes, Markdown.
Oh, I'll post that meme somewhere. In the memes channel it goes.
These people.
Yeah, I guess it's better with like focused tasks, right? But I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying it out right now. Butter talked
you should
about the.
I just mean like AI, like
yeah,
in general. I guess it gets like better and better, like the more precise you are. At least that's what I think, right? Because
Yeah, it's just next token prediction still, but
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just a hater.
I'm
Do you guys know
trying it out
anything
right now. Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
broke,
was-
so I have just 10 emails, and I just cycle them through the web browser for using AI. That's just all I do.
Low key peak strat. Low key peak strat. Oh my god. I just run stuff locally, or I buy a key. I paid 200 a month for that stupid fucking key. They just fucking shut down, by the way.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I have a Perplexity, but I have it for free. That's the only thing I
How?
have.
Oh, Perplexity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that shit. Have you tried Google's IDE?
I heard it's pretty okay, but I haven't used it personally. So
I tried using it. I didn't like the fact that it was Electron, and it lagged on like huge pages.
I mean,
Like
it's
if you
just
have
VS
like a
Code, I
large
guess.
file. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was annoying as fuck.
I talked about it before, but for me, VS Code was like literally the worst editor I've ever used. Like
100%.
everyone
Yeah.
says like, oh, it's the industry standard and it just works and it's so good. For me, like the rendering was so broken, like it would be underlining like random lines. Like it would just, I would write like 20 lines, I would save my file, and then rendering would just totally break. Rust Analyzer would run out of memory and crash all the time. Like it was the worst editing experience I've ever had, and I just switched to like Zed after that, and that just worked perfectly. So I was like, what the hell is going on with VS
Right.
Code? And now I'm on Helix and it's just chill. So I'm just like, I don't know
What's
what
Helix?
VS Code is at.
Yeah, to me it's the same. Like same people say that VS Code is a standard, and they also say like that JavaScript is good and is a good language, and we can keep writing it. Same kind of people, in my opinion.
Sometimes I feel so bad because I'm like such a Rust purist and truther. And then like I have like other developer friends who like, do C++ and JavaScript. And I just don't know how to like talk about it without being rude. Like, nah, bro,
Yeah,
your
same.
language sucks.
same.
Like, bro, like
Yeah, sometimes I get into discussions like that, and then like after the discussion, like I feel bad because I kind of feel like I was rude, but I was just like honest.
yeah, same here.
Web tech should be burned to the ground, but that's just an opinion.
it's the obvious truth. We all know.
Yeah.
XML used to be the industry
Yeah.
standard as well. Doesn't mean it's any good.
Right? It's
I started
somewhat.
with like web dev, and it's
Oh, really?
yeah.
I've yet to
But
actually learn web
I
dev.
got bored
I
pretty
suck.
fast. I mean, I can if I need to, I will do it, but I don't get any fun out of it.
I mean, I'm sure every React page is fun. I mean, static shit is always fun.
Okay, guys, predictions. Do you think my vibe coding for Rust will work today? Butter talked about the VPN TUI earlier, so I decided to give that to some agent, whatever the term is. Let's see if it works.
Which one?
I'm on. Let me check. Actually, this one was with the Anthropic, and I don't remember which model. I will have to check in a second once it's done.
All right.
I don't know. We just.
What do you mean? You're
wanted to-
just like throwing it at an agent?
No, I just told it to look at the Impala. I don't know if you know that one. Butter made it for managing Wi-Fi. And I said
Oh,
I want to
okay.
manage my VPN just like that. Please figure something out. And now it made a nice project, also with Ratatouille. And I don't know. Let me try. It doesn't find my installed VPN apps for some reason. I guess if I had WireGuard configs, it might work.
I think it might need more context to work on something like that because when you say like VPN TUI, is it for enabling, disabling VPNs, listing, browsing?
No, it asked me
avoiding?
all of that. It
Yeah.
asked me all of that already.
Okay. Then it might do something, but functionality wise, unless that's being tested, like if it's gonna test that, I think it might actually do something like that. But the UI, I think UI it will probably nail the UI. It's just very simple. Functionality wise, not sure.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the UI seems to kind of work. We'll see. I'll post updates if it works.
I'm curious
And
which.
then make Butter really mad about it.
Yeah, I think you will just trigger him. But I'm curious like which version of Ratatouille it will use.
0.29. It's selected.
Okay, so it's not aware of the
So
0.30 yet.
I don't know. Maybe, who knows? I'll probably tell it to bump dependencies after. And then, I don't know. I'll actually queue that message up right now. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I'm very curious.
But actually, I think it has web search access, so it should be able to find that stuff. I don't know. I don't use it enough to know how good it is. Whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
But also, I don't want AI to take my job, or I don't want it to do my programming because I actually like programming. So, like, I would rather have it automate all of the other stuff in the job because I kind of like programming myself. So, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'll need to go now. It was fun.
Yeah,
Peace
And
out, man.
yeah, see ya.
Peace time.
Bye.
Be safe.
take care. I think I will end it here as well. At least the live stream recording.
Touch it.
But if you wanna,
No more streaming.
yeah, if you wanna stay here, hang out, feel free. But I'll just end it here. So if anyone is watching from YouTube, stay tuned for more Grindcast, I guess. Join the Discord if you want to be a part of this. And that's all. Any closing words, anyone?
I think Cyberpunk should be written in Rust.
True, I agree with that. Cyberpunk 2099.
You know, sometimes I wonder if we're gonna get Rust 2.0 before GTA 6, but let's see.
Very possible. We're on like 186 right now or something.
196, yeah.
Oh, damn, yeah. It's possible.
No, we will just go to 1.200, I guess.
1.105.
Yeah. I'll leave it with that. At least
I
I'll
might
stop the
just.
recording.
Mhm.